Serious. I don't know why that made me feel. First question. Over here.
Hi, over here.
Over here.
Sorry, this way.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
I was wondering if you base your mom character on anything you know in real life.
Oh, she's sort of an amalgamation of a lot of different women I know in my life. Some of them related to me, some of them not. Yeah, but definitely she's not anything like my mother or like me, which is kind of freeing and a great excuse to be obnoxious and play someone who is just unapologetically, bold and brash and no boundaries, and she's enormously fun to play. And sometimes it's a little difficult when I see the script and I look at what they want me to do, and I'm like, really? I get to say that? I get to do that on CBS, and they're okay with it, and I do it, and the audience loves it, and so it feeds me fuel. I go like, okay, let's go bigger, or go home. I love the character. So over here,
Allison Janney. You look gorgeous. Can you tell us who the dress is by, and also what's the binge meal you're looking forward to after?
This is a wonderful designer named Nicholas Gibran, and I don't know. I'd never heard of him before, but I tried on the dress, and I definitely wanted his phone number, and I just think it's a beautiful dress, and I knew in the moment I tried it on that I wanted to wear it. And I believe someone told me that Beyonce wore his dress at the VMAs last night, so I'll have to check on that, but I think that's true. And I'm wearing lovely jewels from, oh my gosh, Lorraine Schwartz, I'm totally liking, and from Christian Louboutin, sparkly shoes, and the best accessory, Miami. We have another question over here.
And what did you learn from your mother about style and beauty? It looks so amazing today yourself.
Oh, thank you. My mother is always less is more. Well, not that this is less is more, but she's very simple, classic, elegant. I probably take a lot more risks fashion-wise than my mother ever did, but she was not a risk taker fashion-wise, but she always dressed appropriately for the occasion and sensible. I'm sure. Actually, she saw my dress and she said, "Darling, do you have a shrug or something for your shoulders?" I was like, "Oh, mother, I'm not going to wear a shrug over this dress to the Emmys," but yeah." We have another question to your left.
Allison, how are you? Congratulations.
Thank you.
You were so honest following the death of Robin Williams and opened up about the personal reflections that you had. Is his loss felt tonight here at these Emmy Awards?
Oh, of course, and everyone, is wearing the green ribbons to spotlight anyone who has depression or mental illness, just to get help. And I've dealt with it firsthand, and lost someone very dear to me, and everyone is feeling that. And I'm sorry that I feel like I'm not going to. Well, I'll see Billy Crystal's tribute later, but I don't know. He hasn't done it yet, has he? He hasn't. Okay, that's not okay. I very much want to see what he says, because I know there's not going to be a dry eye in the house. Allison, we have a question over to you, right?
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Last week you won an Emmy for your guest performance in Master of Sets, and tonight you win the Emmy for comedy. So I wanted to hear what you have to say just about balancing drama and comedy and the recognition you get for both of those types of acting styles.
I feel that I had great training growing up in the theater, and I often would do 3 plays. I went to Kenyon College, and we would do plays. I would go from doing, funny thing happened on the way to the Forum, to doing a Michael Christopher play, to doing, just all different styles of acting that require different emotional needs, different physical. I grew up a dancer and a figure skater, so I've always been very physically in control of my body, and I like to, do physical comedy, and I was trained for all that growing up in college, and then going to New York and doing theater, and so having those options given to me now as an actress in television is fantastic, and I love it. I love working in both fields, and oftentimes I don't ever qualify something as being just a comedy or a drama. It's just the project I'm doing, and it's always messy, and I always like it to be everything, not just comedy. But that's what I love about Mom, is that we are, touching on subject matters that aren't, strictly bump joke stuff, but really heavy material that requires us to have some more emotional commitment to it. That I think makes it relatable, and Masters of Sex, I think, is hysterical. Some of the scenes I'm about to play, just when Margaret Scully is asked, what's your husband into by the prostitute, and she goes, oh, he loves Salisbury steak and the opera, and I appreciate that kind of humor so much, and so it's all mixed up for me. I never think of it as one or the other. It's just bringing the reality under the imaginary circumstances and having fun.
Another question here.
Hey. Hey.
Down on the left, my left.
I see you sparkling over there.
So we've had a lot of repeat winners, but you just won like last week. How are you dealing with all of this, and where do you do with 6 trophies? Where do you put them?
I told someone they're above my television, the 4 I have for the West Wing, and I started looking at them up there, and they're all evenly spaced. And I said, I better psychically make some room for some more. Should I, just to open up room for them? So I moved them all over. It was like, I actually could fit a couple more up there. So I have them, and I used to not have them out at all. But I decided, my friend said, you gotta have them out. You gotta have them by the television, because that's what you want them for. Display them proudly above your television set. So that's where this one will go with her other sisters.
Question to your left.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're in such a politically correct time, and I'm sure there are things your character does that you don't approve of. Is it the way you play her? Is it the way it's written? Or are there people that get mad or that object to her?
If there are, I'm not sure. I'm sure there are. Bonnie does some questionable things and says some questionable things to her daughter and to her granddaughter, and gives some advice that's sort of, really, you're going to say that? But she's a great character. She's got a big heart, and she loves her family and wants to be with them. So you sort of forgive her for a lot. That being said, I'm not. I don't really troll my Twitter feed for negative comments about it. I apologize if anyone's offended, but it's, I think the heart's in the right place on this show.
And last question, straight back.
Once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Talking about your Emmys that were up on the shelf, I read somewhere where your friends go up and make believe presentations or acceptance speeches.
Yes.
Have you heard anything there that you sort of incorporated tonight?
Oh, no.
What's the strangest thing someone has said when they've accepted?
Oh my gosh. Well, I have some silly friends, and we'll come over and have a bottle of wine, and then start doing, well, if I had won, this is what I would have said, and they're not appropriate to share with you here, but they're funny. They're just silly. It's just fun to make acceptance speeches. To be honest, I cannot remember. I couldn't remember one of them right now if I tried, because I'm too overwhelmed with that I'm standing here, talking about this Emmy that I just won. I can't remember. I can't even remember what I just said. So,
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.